Hello everyone, my name is Stewart. Me and my partners Victor and Salome will take us to a little trip. Our destination, Japan. In Japanese, Kimigayo.
Hello everyone, I'm Salome and today we are going to talk about Asia, more specifically about Japan and curious and important things to highlight. For example, I will focus on the education that is given to the inhabitants due to the culture and policies of previous years, as its structure and frequent characteristics. I will also talk about its gastronomy, the variety of flavors and colors in the preparation that could be related to the history of the country.
Hi, I'm Victor Charla, and in this video I'm going to talk about Japan culture and religion and other things about this country will always be considered a great nation. So let's do it.
Education in Japan is very valued and focuses on discipline, academic excellence, and social responsibility. The system consists of 9 years of compulsory education, followed by 3 years of upper secondary education. Competitiveness is intense in university entrance exams, reflecting the importance Japanese society places on higher education.
Some characteristics about that are producing fresh, local, and seasonal products. A balance between flavors, colors, and textures is sought, harmonizing each flavor in the food. Minimalism is used to present elegant and simple preparation and still manage to attract attention. Students are trained with a lot of discipline and to follow the rules in school and in their daily lives. Participation is promoted in activities of close after of the classes, promoting social abilities and teamwork.
Japanese gastronomy is the fruit of a rich historical evolution, from its prehistoric origin centered on fish, rice, and vegetables, to the Chinese, Korean, and Western influence that enriched it. Over the century, culinary techniques were perfected and emblematic dishes, such as sushi and tempura emerged. The peace of the Edo period allowed the consolidation of the Japanese diet with rice and vegetables. With the opening to the world, the gastronomy incorporated Western elements without losing its essence. In the 20th century, globalization expanded the appreciation of Japanese gastronomy around the world, valuing its freshness, balance, and aesthetics.
Japan. Culture and tradition. Nowadays, Japan has a culture who provides the formality, respect, and many more. But actually, Japan doesn't have a culture who worries for them, and is the contrary. Their culture was made for give them subjected by system. If we look their past, since of their origin, Japan made his own people were disciplined, organized, cleaned, and others. His origin can start in China, where Japan, even in his writing, it's like Korea and other. Anime is possibly the most characteristic of Japan in his modern era, because inside of the country you can see many posters with characters and theme of anime. His culture obviously was influenced by that, also his economy, where the anime gives so much money to state, and with the mangas possibly is the most important characteristic. Traditionally, the construction in Japan is with wood, where we see his characteristic architect also that was influenced in the Chinese culture. But this one who was inspired by their religion and Buddha. If we talk about Japan religion, in Japan doesn't exist an exactly religion, but it's like a religion, where it exists many religions, like Buddhism, with the 1%, and others like Christianism, where it's a 1% of the people. In Japan, one of them is Shinto. This one comes back of the prehistory, and it's like they
The war never changes. The dreams and desires of the world were fulfilled when the United States ended the Second World War, after dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. On the 26th of November 1929, in its first appearance in World War II, a Japanese attack fleet consisting of 6 aircraft carriers, 2 battleships, and hundreds of aircrafts departed from Japan and began the long journey to an assembly point 230 miles north of the Hawaiian island of Ohio. Their target was the U.S. Pacific Fleet, anchored at Pearl Harbor. Scheduled for the 7th of December, the attack would take the Americans by complete surprise, paralyzing their fleet for months and costing thousands of lives. Japan was a very strong country with good caliber war weapons and wonderful strategies. But as Germany loses the battle to the advance of the Russians and the rest of the Allies, the United States was the deployment of a new and terrible weapon, the atomic bomb, which forced Japan into a surrender that they had vowed never to accept. Harry Truman would go on the official name September 2, 1949, BG Day, the day of Japan's second to official surrender aboard the USS Missouri.
Received this afternoon a message from the Japanese government in reply to the message forwarded to that government by the Secretary of State on August 11th. I deem this reply a full acceptance of the Potsdam Declaration, which specifies the unconditional surrender of Japan